What is up, everybody? It's your boy Aryan here, and we're back at it again with another video. Hey, I hope everybody's having a good spring break. If you are on break right now, if you aren't, I hope you're managing school and stress well. I have great news. I've officially committed to Purdue Polytechnic University at West Lafayette in Indiana, and I'm really happy to say that I'm taking the next steps towards my future, essentially. I don't know how else I want to phrase that, but today's video I wanted to talk about fake friends, and how dealing with fake friends has kind of changed me and my perspective on things recently. I think I addressed it in some of my Instagram captions that like fake friends are people that they will laugh with you, they will talk with you, they will pretend that they want to hear you out for the longest time, but then you find out who's real and who's fake depending on situations that really matter, and more importantly, whether they stand up for you or whether they're the reasons why they happened. So, not too long ago, starting in, I'd say, late December, early January, I started joining a bunch of group chats. Because it was winter time, I wasn't able to see my friends. The only times I was seeing them were for volunteer sessions, and even then, it was cold and we were all tired. But a lot of times I wasn't really getting to go outside and play football and stuff like I addressed in other videos like I was able to earlier, and I noticed it was taking a toll on how I felt about myself, and I just wasn't happy internally. So when doing so, in order to fix it, I started joining group chats. I started, this whole TikTok hype, Instagram hype group chats phase. They're mostly Indian people and Pakistani people. Not saying it's anything bad, it's just like that's the normal domain of people. And I just started chasing this I wanted company at the end of the day, so I would notice we'd FaceTime all the time, we'd text often, I made friends with some of them, I didn't like a few other ones, but I choose not to name drop, and it was all going well, but I never noticed that internally. I always realized that I felt empty after having those conversations, but I don't really care because I was getting that kind of company and that kind of, I want to say attention, but just feeling of belonging that I wanted, because COVID does not help, given that everybody is having restrictions and stuff. And essentially it was going on for a while, and I noticed that as I started being more active in the group chats, I noticed first of all I wanted to be active only because I didn't want to get removed, because they stressed being active very often, and it kind of put this pressure on me. And the other thing was that it started taking away from, let's say, paying attention in class and stuff, because I'll be honest, the fact that Instagram allows for DMs on computer now, it does not help, because I would have Zoom for my virtual class in one place, and then I'd have the DMs thing just there, and I would check Instagram and Snapchat way more often than I should have, and assignments that should have been a lot easier took way much more time to complete, and I was constantly distracted. I knew internally that I was not working as hard as I should have, but I never actually did anything to try to fix it. Let's just say a situation happened. I'm not going to address it because of privacy concerns, but something happened and I finally left all of them, the group chats. I needed a reason to leave and they finally gave it to me. And even since then I've still had to deal with fake friends, because I'm talking about fake friends in the sense that people who kind of talk behind your back. Because I actually left because I found out that the kids that were in those chats, a few as in 20 of them, actually went and made a group chat behind my back, and they were trying to set me up through this one girl pretending to flirt with me. And yeah, as a source of entertainment, I guess that's what people do for fun these days, but it stung initially, but because I was trying to find a way to leave, I was like, I'm glad this happened, but it really gave me a perspective, and it made me gain some insight on how I wanted to approach my relationships with people as a whole. And because I used to try to flex the amount of notifications I had, not to other people, just internally being like, oh, would you look at this? I wake up to Instagram and I see 25 DM notifications, look at me, I feel good. No, I don't really feel good, I feel empty. I feel stressed actually, because then I'm like, oh, I gotta pay attention to all of these. Yeah, but what it has taught me is to kind of get closer to the people that I do care about, whether it's just virtually or in person, and to kind of, instead of focusing on trying to gain company from many people, build real relationships with real people, because they say you're a product of who you hang around and who your company is, and because of that, they influence how you make your decisions. If you hang around a bunch of fake people, you will be prompted to be fake as well. If you talk to a bunch of genuine, hardworking, disciplined people, you will be exactly the same. And, you know, I feel like now that I've left, I'm still trying to regain my focus a bit, but I feel like I have I've also stopped playing video games, but I feel like it's kind of given me a sense of like independence in a way, and a sense of direction, because I felt lost after them, because it's like, now who do I talk to? But now I'm back in that phase of not really trying to appeal to anybody else's like company and change myself just to be accepted. And it's kind of funny because I always stressed being an individual, and I always felt like I was always like my own person, but I never realized that subtly I was trying to modify myself just to get accepted. And yeah, I'm glad to say it's over, and I'm glad to say that while the number of people I talk to is less, the bonds are much stronger than they would have been had I stayed. And yeah, I hope you guys didn't mind my little therapeutic rant. My name is Aryan Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Peace. Wait, also make sure to stream forever on all platforms.